Have you ever wondered why the once vibrant U.S. economy is now facing a recession? The U.S. economy, once a powerhouse of global economic activity, has been experiencing a significant slowdown. The decline in economic activities is palpable. One of the most telling signs is the decrease in the gross domestic product, or GDP. This is the total value of goods produced and services provided in a year, and it's been on a downward trend. Simultaneously, the unemployment rate has been climbing, indicating that more and more Americans are finding it hard to land a job. As if these weren't enough, retail sales, a critical indicator of consumer spending, have also taken a hit. This trifecta of economic indicators, a shrinking GDP, rising unemployment, and falling retail sales, paints a picture of an economy that's in the throes of a recession. Now, let's dive into the causes behind this economic downturn. Economic recessions don't just happen, they are caused by a variety of factors. Let's delve into the causes of the current recession. The first and foremost factor is the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. This invisible enemy brought the world to a standstill, disrupting industries, halting travel, and closing businesses. The ripple effects of this global health crisis have been far-reaching, causing economic contraction not just in the United States but worldwide. Secondly, we have the issue of trade wars. Trade is the lifeblood of any economy, and when that's interrupted, it can lead to serious consequences. The recent trade wars, characterized by tariffs and counter-tariffs, have created an uncertain business environment. This uncertainty has led to decreased investment and slower economic growth. Next up is high levels of corporate and personal debt. Debt is like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can stimulate economic growth by allowing businesses and individuals to invest and spend. On the other hand, when debt levels become too high, they can become a burden. Payments on this debt can divert resources away from more productive uses, and if borrowers start defaulting, it can lead to a financial crisis. Lastly, we must discuss stock market volatility. The stock market is often seen as a barometer of economic health. When there's a lot of uncertainty, whether from a pandemic, trade wars, or high debt levels, it can lead to significant ups and downs in the market. These fluctuations can erode confidence and lead to decreased spending and investment, further exacerbating the recession. So, there we have it. The COVID-19 pandemic, trade wars, high debt levels, and stock market volatility. These are the culprits behind the current recession. They are interconnected in many ways, each one influencing and being influenced by the others. Understanding these causes paints a clearer picture of the recession. But what does it mean for the average American? Well, stay tuned as we'll delve into the impacts of this recession in our next segment. A recession doesn't only affect the big players in the economy, but also has a profound impact on everyday citizens. Let's discuss the impacts of the recession on an average American. It starts with job losses. In a recession, businesses struggle to stay afloat. They cut costs, and one major cost is human resources. This leads to layoffs, and suddenly, thousands, if not millions of people are out of work. They're left grappling with the harsh realities, paying bills, maintaining their standard of living, and dealing with the psychological stress that comes with unemployment. Next, we move on to reduced consumer spending. Job losses mean less income, and less income means less spending. This is a vicious cycle that further deepens the recession. People start to tighten their belts, buying only what's absolutely necessary. The demand for non-essential goods and services plummets. Businesses selling these goods suffer, leading to more job losses. It's a domino effect that starts with one tile falling and ends with the entire economy taking a hit. Then there's the issue of increased government debt. To combat the economic slowdown, the government often resorts to borrowing and injecting money into the economy. This leads to a rise in national debt, a burden that future generations will have to bear. Lastly, the recession brings about a sense of economic uncertainty. People start to question the stability of their jobs and the value of their investments. Businesses hesitate to invest in new projects. This uncertainty can sometimes be the most damaging aspect of a recession, as it stifles growth and innovation. So we see that the impacts of a recession are far from superficial. They seep into the lives of everyday citizens, affecting their jobs, their spending habits, their confidence in the economy, and even the national debt. It's a challenging time, but it's also a time of resilience and adaptation. The impacts are indeed far-reaching and severe, but is there a way out? While the situation may seem dire, there are always solutions to economic downturns. As we navigate through the recession, potential solutions come to light. Economic stimulus packages are one such solution. By injecting capital into the economy, these packages aim to stimulate spending and investment, thus sparking economic activity. Another potential solution lies in the adjustment of monetary policies. Central banks may choose to lower interest rates to encourage borrowing, or they could implement quantitative easing, essentially creating new money to buy government or corporate bonds. Fiscal policy changes also have their place in the mix. Governments could opt to increase public spending or cut taxes to stimulate the economy. This could lead to job creation and increased consumer spending. But it's crucial to remember, these are not quick fixes. They're like seeds planted today for a fruitful harvest tomorrow. While these solutions won't deliver immediate results, they are steps in the right direction for economic recovery. Let's take a moment to summarize what we've discussed about the U.S. recession. We've taken a deep dive into the state of the American economy, shedding light on its current standing amidst global markets. The causes of this recession, we discovered, are multifaceted, ranging from global trade tensions to internal economic shifts. The impact of this recession is far-reaching, affecting not only Wall Street but Main Street too. Jobs, businesses, and the everyday American are feeling the squeeze. But it's not all doom and gloom. We also explored potential solutions for navigating through these challenging times. These included strategies like boosting infrastructure spending, implementing tax reforms, and fostering innovation, all aimed at reviving economic growth. While the road to recovery may be long and challenging, the U.S. economy has the resilience and the resources to bounce back. It's not a matter of if, but when.